Hey, you guys. Hello. So you're looking at my dashboard. I'm actually driving to. I'm not doing Lyft today. I'm just driving to Van Nuys. That's why I work in a healthcare facility as an OT therapist. Anyway, I want to talk about the fake outrage of abortions. And I'm talking about for the longest how people have tried to get on black women for having so many abortions, okay? Complaining about the number of children that was killed in abortions. Let me tell you why this is just fake outrage, and it's not to say that I condone abortions or that I don't. It's just to say that if these black people that want to hop on black women about all these abortions, you know what? And I'm specifically talking about a lot of the black males that went online fussing about all these abortions. Once again, I feel like they did that to take the attention off of them because they are the number one killers of black people, period. Okay? They kill more black people than black women get abortions, and they kill more black people than non-black cops kill black people. Okay? They kill more black people, period. I remember this documentary called Crips and Bloods Made in America, right? And I kept trying to go back to that documentary because I could have sworn I saw at the beginning, like the first 20 minutes of that documentary, it was a guy who said that between the start of the Crips and Bloods, which is the late 60s, it was after the end of the Black Panther movement. And so I think it was like 1969 or something. So between that time and the 2000s, over 20,000 young people were killed, mostly young men were killed due to gun violence, okay, due to gang violence, okay? That is a genocide. Don't you know that's more people getting killed during that span of time than the abortions? Okay? Okay? And that's more black men killing black people than there are cops killing black people. So what I'm saying is that it's fake outrage. And in my opinion, all of that fussing about these abortions, especially from black males, because they the ones that kept bringing that up and talking about Margaret Sanger. Although, who showed this? I want to say it's either Drew DeSoto or Samantha Cooker. It might have been Samantha Cooker. But I remember seeing... Sorry about that. Let me cut off my little alarm. I forget to cut it off. Hold on a second, guys. I want to say, I think it was Samantha Cooker, that a lot of black men endorsed Margaret Sanger. There was a lot of black men that stood behind Margaret Sanger. And I think one main one that was pointed out was Martin Luther King. I'm going to go back and look for her video. But one main one was Martin Luther King. Okay, it was black men that was backing up Margaret Sanger. Okay, while they fussing about black women getting abortions. So anyway, what I'm saying is that all this fuss they doing, once again, wanting to take the heat off of them. See, their reputation is so screwed right now, okay? They have such an image, very negative image on them that they do. And let me say it once again. I'm not saying it's nothing that black women have also done a lot, but most of it, they have allowed a lot to happen. They have done a lot, but they have allowed a lot to happen to allow their image to be smeared to the world. Okay, because a lot of this negative stereotypes about black women, I mean, they all just come from slavery. I know during slavery they were trying to sexualize black women and all of that stuff, but it didn't just come from slavery. It comes from tolerating a lot of. At first, it comes from that black exploitation. It started with that. It had a lot to do with black exploitation, and then you go on to this hip hop era. Okay, that's what ruined black women's brand. Okay, that's what ruined the black women's brand. That's why I say the reason black women have a very negative image is because what they allowed their own men to do to them. Okay, and then you allow your own men. Now, I don't have a problem with bringing light to this. A lot of black women do not protect their daughters. They don't protect little black girls, and they allow these guys to abuse them, molest them, rape them. I don't mind that getting out because that I want that to get out because I'm tired of it. I'm tired of being kept a secret because for the longest we were a lot of us was just talking about the men, and they should men should face justice. Okay, I don't excuse a man doing it either. But like I said, for the longest time, I was just on the man. But what we were missing for a very long time, and which I already knew, but most of us never brought up because we already knew, but we never brought it up, is that the women kept protecting these guys. So no matter how much you wanted these guys gone out the neighborhoods, the women always protect them. So you're gonna have to do something with those women. You're gonna have to do something with those gatekeepers. Okay, those gatekeepers that allow those pedophiles. But I'm gonna get off of that. But so that's what I'm saying. That I don't mind. I wanted to bring that to light too because I'm sick of that being kept a secret. But let me get back on these babies and abortions. And I only brought that up because you know, black men just have a very, very negative image, a very negative image. Okay, and they're trying to put the negative attention on black women by bringing all this stupid stuff up like feminism and welfare, and what else, and a bunch of abortions. Okay, and we already know what feminism and welfare. I already talked about why black feminism got started. You know, black women didn't have a place; they weren't even considered human. Okay, and so they needed something of their own. And of course, black men are going to complain because they always complain. Look at what happened now. Anytime you bring up something that they might do, they accuse you of hating them. Even though you're bringing up something that concerns you, you're accused of hating them. So black women are blamed for wanting to be treated like human. They came up with black feminism because it was no place for black women, and they're being you know they're accused of once again hating black men because they wanted to be treated like human beings, and they weren't treated like human beings. So anything black women do for herself, she's going to be an enemy anyway. Anytime black women think about themselves, they're going to be an enemy. But back to the abortions, I didn't mean to sidebar. But back to the abortions, yeah. So no, black men have killed each other and other black people far more than black women have probably had a bunch of abortions. Okay, and the reason why I say that is fake outrage is because if they cared about unborn black babies, if they care so much about these babies being aborted, then more of them would be in their own children's lives. That's number one. More of them would be in their own children's lives. More of them would probably sign the birth certificates when the child is born. Many of them don't even sign the birth certificates. Okay? More of them would sign the birth certificates when the child is born. More of them would be in the baby's lives. There would not be no 77% out of birth, what's it called? Out of wedlock birth. Okay, and there would not be so much black on black crime. It would not be so many kids being killed in drive-bys or due to gun violence. It would not be so many children getting killed. Not to mention, you have a lot of black women who are pregnant who get killed by their partners. Okay, that was happening too. For a long time, it was black women on YouTube discussing the matricide rates. Okay. So that's why I just call it fake outrage. And once again, it was done. It's not to say that it should not be a concern. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying it should be a concern. I'm not saying I'm for abortion or I'm against it. Okay? What I'm saying is that it's fake outrage, and it was done to once again put the negative attention back on black women, to take it off themselves because the world looks down at them. They tired of the world looking down at them, so they want to put all this negative attention on black women. But we already know it's fake outrage because not only are they not in their black kids' lives, and I'm talking about many of them, not in their black kids' lives that they have with black women, they're not in their kids' lives that they have with non-black women either. They're not in their kids' lives that they have with non-black women either. Okay? And so that's what I'm saying. That's why I say you don't care about a bunch of abortions if you can't even be in your children's lives. And then you don't say anything about all these children down to gun violence, all these children that have poor education that's drinking lead water. You don't care about that. So, it's fake outrage. But anyway, you guys let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you soon.